Now let's look at areas and solutions of triangles. So first, talk about the area of a triangle. Now from our discussion under measuration when we talk about triangles, we mentioned that the formula for calculating the area of a triangle. So let's assume I have a triangle now, and I know the height of the triangle and I know the base, the length of this place over here. I know that the area is given as what? Half times the base times the height of the triangle. But now, how do you find the area of a triangle if I don't know the height of the triangle, but I know the length of two sides and an angle or one of the angles? So the standard convention that we're going to be using here is, let's assume a triangle ABC. So the length that is directly opposite to the angle A, we call that point small letter A. So that is general convention we'll be using. The side opposite to angle B, we call that small letter B, and the side opposite to angle C, we call that small letter C. So this point here represents angle A, capital A, here represents angle capital C, and here represents angle capital B. So let's assume we have a triangle now in which we know two of the sides. We know two of the sides of the triangle, we know the length of the sides, and we know the angle between those two sides. We can find the area of the triangle, and the area of triangle is given as what? Half times the product of the two sides, A times B, then times the sine of the angle between them, times sine C. So as an example, the area of this triangle can be given as, let's imagine this point C now. We can see that the two sides beside angle C are what? A and B. So A is same thing as half of A times B times the angle between them, which is what? Sine C. For this angle point A, we can see that the sides here are what? B and C. So the area can also be written as what? Half times B times C times the angle which is between them, which is sine A. And finally, the area can also be written as half times A times C times the angle between them, sine B. So if I know two sides of a triangle and I know the angle between those two sides, I can find the area of the triangle by multiplying half by those two sides times the sine of that angle. So let's look at an example. So here we are told to find the area of the triangle below. So first we need to define our convention, and I've said that the side opposite to an angle, we represent this side now as small letter A, we represent this side now as small letter B, and we represent this side as small letter C. So now we know the sides A and B, and we know the angle between them, which is angle C, as 106 degrees. So my area in this case will be equal to what? Half times A times B times sine C, and that will be half times my A is what? 11, my B is 13 times sine 106, and this becomes 0.5 times 11 times 13 times sine 106 is 0.9613, and that becomes 68.73. And what is the unit of area? We have what? Kilometers squared, unit of length squared. So this pretty much sums up how we find the area of a triangle when we know the length of two of the sides and the angle between those two sides that we know.